Tell us about that mission, that drive to beat big food. How do you possibly do that?
You know, I mean, Goodles is a fun project. It is a healthy reimagining of a really big category, and you know, we put extra protein, we put in extra fiber, prebiotics. It's got low glycemic index. It's got tons of nutrients from plants. But honestly, the reason why we're doing so well is because you can't taste any of that. It just tastes delicious, and you know, delicious mac and cheese with all kinds of crazy flavors as well.
Yeah.
And amazing, amazing pasta. So,
well, let's talk about the health aspect, because I like to play the game of what would I eat if, you know, nutrition didn't matter, if calories and cholesterol didn't matter. Mac and cheese is pretty high on that list. So when you say this is a healthier alternative, what exactly does that mean?
yeah, so I mean, I think that's one of the big things. I mean, everyone loves mac and cheese and pasta, but I think, you know, to your point, the feeling is that maybe it's something you don't eat very often, or you try to not eat very much, or it's a little guilty pleasure, or you haven't had it since college and you try not to eat it very much, or you grab a few bites right before you make it for the kids, and you know, that kind of thing. So that was one of the big insights that we had. You know, our two really big competitors, they're going after you know, parents with little kids, but we're like, wait, what about the adults? Like, we all love mac and cheese, and if the nutritionals looked really different and it delivered on the protein and it delivered some health benefits, clean ingredients, all of those sorts of things, and tasted delicious, our bet was that we could kind of tempt you back to the mac category. And if we did that, then we're not in a head-to-head battle with our amazing competitors. We're actually growing the category in a really big way, and that's what's happened.
I mean, I know I spend a lot of time with Katie Greifeld, and she is obsessed with a high protein figure.
I'm trying to get ripped
in some of her meals.
You're not the only one.
I'm always looking for, or more, I guess recently looking for more and more fiber. I'm eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, but this has both of those. I'm also trying to avoid glyphosate. I think a lot of people in this country are trying to get away from that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of growth do you expect with, you know, with that kind of product?
Yeah, so, you know, I will be honest that we formulated this product in 2020, and things like GLP-1s and all of these, like, no, that was not in part of the vernacular at all. But we really knew that protein is just, it's kind of table stakes. We knew that everyone of every age is going to want more protein, fiber, you know, all of these sorts of things.
All right, because if you're on Ozempic or Zepbound, you need to watch and make sure you get enough protein.
Yeah, that's true. And you're worried about making sure that you feel full and you're getting enough nutrients. So anyway, these are all things that we just kind of said, those are table stakes. And I think one of the things that's, I guess you're seeing some pictures of our boxes. You know, in the early days when we launched this product, there was about 100 VCs and investors who told us no. They just said, this is a terrible idea. And one of the reasons they thought this was a terrible idea is because these boxes don't look healthy. They're like, how come it's not like brown or green? Maybe you can have some broccoli on it, you know, doing push-ups or something. And we were like, you know what, guys? You don't get it. It's not the health nuts who want to eat protein. It's everyone. And this is a mass proposition. And one of our buyers says that, you know, Goodles in their aisle makes it look like a disco party in the aisle. And we're like, yes, that's what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah.
So we just knew it was a mass
But
interest.
you did end up getting a big amount of funding.
We did.
And now your sales are what? 10, 15, $20 million annually? Where are you going?
Well, the only part that I'm going to share is that I think the current tracker is that we are selling a box every half a second.
Oh, wow. You just sold a bunch.
We just sold a bunch. And we've only been on retail shelves for 3 years. So it has indeed happened really, really quickly. So yeah, we are really the bright, shiny growth spot in the category. So we're delivering about 79% of the growth in mac and cheese. And we're just adding, it's picking up. We're adding something like 2.4 million households of new people have started trying Goodles in the last 12 months, which equates to about 7.8 million people just added in the last month. So it's starting to pick up and go really, really quickly.